up, fishes? Welcome back to another episode of a Musky Tales podcast. Today with us we have Larry Karolewicz from Temple Bay Lodge. Larry, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, yep, absolutely. So today's show is brought to you by the North American Ice Fishing Circuit as today's sponsor, and thanks to them for being part of our programs. Lots of ice fishing probably going on in Temple Bay right about now, huh?
Yes, really,
Speaking of.
pretty good, yeah.
Yeah?
We just had that new lodge built, that $2 million lodge.
Okay.
And we're getting a lot of feed, a lot of people coming up. We got 4-day trips there. You can come up for 7 days, 10 days.
Okay. Is there even an off season up there, or is it year round type of services and availability?
Well, starting now, we're going to be running all season all along.
Okay.
You know, we get through with that, then we get through with the fishing, then we go into the hunting. Geese, those are people that want to come out for goose hunting.
Yeah.
Ducks, partridge, it's all available right there. We've got the guides, everything's in place for that.
Close to main grounds there for everything going on?
Yeah, everything that's going around.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Good people for that.
We've known each other for many years. We've worked together in different events and helping each other do different things. But I've never been able to get up to Temple Bay myself, and obviously we're talking about trying to make that happen. But how many years have you been part of Temple Bay's?
I'll be going on 17 years now.
17.
Temple Bay. I got my start when I was a firefighter. And when I retired, happened to be the owner, previous owner, used to come in the restaurant all the time. And he was always asking questions about me. And the next thing you know, when I retired, he says to me, "What are you going to do when you're all finished now?"
Yeah.
I says, "I'm through. After 30 years in the fire department, I'm done."
Yeah.
He says, "How would you like to work for me?" And I'm looking at him. I didn't really know who he really was, you know. And an opportunity came up. We had a little beef with our group of guys. We had 6 firemen. We always used to go out. So there was a little argument there. When he asked me, I said, I'll tell you the truth, we're not going to be going where something came up. He said, well, why don't you come by me? I said, come by you? What do you mean? He says, I'm on Eagle Lake in Ontario. I own Temple Bay. And I looked at him as Temple Bay. We used to see the buses all the time parked on the street and all that stuff. And I said, gee, that sounds great. So the opportunity came up, and the minute I walked out of the car, I just looked at the islands and all that stuff. I said, wow, this is great.
Really, yeah.
And he took into that. He wanted me to do a little things that I had to prove myself to, because he wanted to make me his fishing pro. You know, I wasn't in for that stuff.
Okay, right, yeah.
But then it all just fell apart and came in good.
Yeah.
And I've been here now 16 and a half, so
wow.
17 years.
Probably obviously learned a lot about the waters up there and fishing in general, obviously, just
that's
about a lot of different
I
species.
had the opportunities to be with the guys who got up there. They're fantastic. And myself being I like to fish all the time, you put this together, it works out.
Yeah.
And then I got a lot of my friends that come up, and if I get an opportunity, I'll take them out to the boat, do some fishing, you know. Extremely good musky walleye, smallmouth bass. And we had a season, this will be the 29th year now, where you can't fish after dark. They put a law down where the only lake in Canada that you can't fish after dark.
Okay.
So with this being with the slot size, 18 to 23 inches, all these years, it's nothing to get 31, 32, 33-inch walleyes now.
Wow.
And then, of course, everything else takes its place. You know.
Sure, right, yeah.
And people can drive up by us. You can either come up by a car. We'll bring you by bus. We have buses that leave Chicago. We have buses that leave Minneapolis. We have buses that leave Appleton, Wisconsin. And we got what they call 5-day trips, 4-day trips. And 7-day trips are Chicago. And you leave for Saturday, you come back on a Saturday. And then the 5-day trips will be out of Wisconsin, central Wisconsin, Appleton, and Green Bay.
Okay.
And then the 4-day trips are all coming out of Minneapolis.
Okay.
So we got constant things going on.
Right,
Going on.
So you got buses in, buses out, different days of the week. There's always a different schedule.
The only difference is with the bus trips as to driving up. When you drive up, you can come in at any given time. You just let us know we're coming in on a Tuesday night. Availability's there. Whereas you get the bus trips, they're scheduled.
You're right.
And they come and go. So
sure. How long is a bus trip from Chicago? How is it?
14 and a half hours.
Okay.
And the bus trips that come out of Minneapolis, they're anywhere between 8 to 8.5.
Sure.
And then you got the trips that come out of Appleton
somewhere in between.
Central Wisconsin. Yeah, they're like 10-hour trips.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's hit and go coming into all this.
Yeah. And have you talked about when you went up for the first time, did you do a bus trip or did you travel on your own?
The first time I went up, I went on a bus.
Okay. So you've been on the
And
bus trip. Sounds fun though.
Yeah, the bus trips are nice.
Yeah.
You get your 3 stops, 4 stops between Chicago and getting up there.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you leave Chicago at 4:15,
Mm-hmm.
and everything goes right, you're all in camp by 7:30 in the morning. And it's hard to believe they wheel through the night. You get your 3 stops, everybody gets off, has a cigarette. And then once you get into camp, we try to get you off the bus because we know who you are. We've got the cabins available for you.
Mm-hmm.
And get into the cabins, try to get you back to the lodge so you get your licenses. And then you're on the water by 9:30. And you're putting the whole day in.
Right.
So.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
First day, you get dropped off and you're fishing already. So.
You're fishing already.
Yeah.
And the same with the other trips.
Right, exactly. As soon as you get in there on your
So
own.
you
Yeah.
come in, we take care of you.
Does it seem like the majority of people that come through are on a bus, or is there a lot of people that just drive up on their own?
There's a lot of people that come driving up on their own.
Is there? And they
Yeah.
bring their own boats then too?
They
or?
bring their own boats. If
Okay.
you come, we have the slips where you got your own boat. You know, we'll charge you like $155 a day if you have your own boat.
Okay. For a slip
Yeah.
space,
Yeah.
or okay.
And if you want to have an American family plan, we got that for you. Or if you
Okay.
want housekeeping, we have housekeeping for you.
Okay.
So everything works out.
Yeah.
Very good.
A lot of options.
A lot of options to go by.
And do you decide all that before you go up, or do you kind of go up there and work with the office staff up there to figure out, hey, this is, I want housekeeping certain days of the week, or how do you do all that stuff,
Well,
or even the
once
food
you
plan?
notify us, or we get a hold of you, or we do the shows, we do our shows through the winter months. We start in January up to March.
Mhm.
And any given time, you have a 1-800 number, which the brochures have it. And if you're interested, you call up, you say, we're going to come up, on a drive out. We get the time you're going to come, the time you arrive,
Okay.
and then we'll ask you the time you're going to depart, so we know that other people coming in will be available for that cabin. And everything we like to do online. In other words, if you come up by us, we have what they call the outdoor card. It's something that came up 3-4 years ago. And the fishing license. So if you go and punch in on templebay.com, you go to the lower right-hand corner, it comes up with the outdoor card, and you can do all your stuff right there for us. It makes it easier for us.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get up there, we just give everything out to you, and you're on your own.
Okay.
And you're on your way.
Okay.
$51 for a license that would go for all year, and $25 for the conservation license, which you're
Okay.
only allowed 2 fish.
Okay.
Whereas if you got the other one, you can have 4 of each species to go home with.
Okay.
4 walleyes, 4 pike, 4 bass.
You got this down pat. Yeah.
Well,
So, lot of detail then. So that's good.
yeah.
And obviously, people that are traveling here from the States have to take care of their passport and all that stuff well in
Yeah,
advance.
And the
make
people
sure
should
you're-
realize they got this new thing out now. When you got the driver's license, you're going to get the star.
Yeah.
And if you do to purchase this, it makes it easier for us and for yourself. But you make sure you have a passport when you go to see them.
Okay.
W-2 form,
Okay.
your social security.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, you got to have your passport. And they take all this down. Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, you'll get your license back.
Okay.
And that'll allow you anywhere in the United States with that star.
Okay.
Whereas if you're always carrying your passport, and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's a big help.
Okay.
Big help.
So easy
It
come
makes
and
you, yeah.
yeah.
Because we had trouble going through the borders with everything else,
Mhm.
but with this new thing now with the driver's license,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be a big help.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And like I say, I specify you can only come back with four walleyes, 4 musky. 4 smallmouth bass,
okay.
4 pike, and you're allowed a musky. But we like to have you catch and release.
Sure.
Makes it
Yeah.
easy
Of
for
course.
everybody
Yeah.
else.
A lot of shore lunches, I assume, up there, huh?
Anytime you go out and you ask for a guide, we give you a guide. You will have your shore lunches every day.
Okay.
Every day that's included.
Well, that's nice.
And the people that come up, they don't want a guide. And then you get your 3 meals. Like you come in the morning, you'll have your breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast is anywhere from 6 to 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you say you want a shore lunch, you let us know. We'll put the stuff available for you. You don't need a guide.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll give you all the stuff to go with it. And And then if you're not going to have the shore lunch, we'll give you a packaged lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll have your supper. Supper's at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Okay. Sounds good. And you got the new lodge, which you talked about a little bit.
Yeah, we just had this new lodge built last year. It's really something to see.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, when I went in there the first time, they told me to take my shoes off. But yeah,
Fishing in comfort, huh?
fishing in comfort. We have 14 rooms available in that new lodge.
Okay.
If you have private people like yourself and people from here from Musky Tales, we'll set you up where you'll have the lodge for yourself.
Okay.
So that'll include you can bring your own food to cook. We have a kitchen in there.
Oh, that's nice.
We have your own bar for yourself, you know, or we can go the other way with a family plan.
Yeah.
If you want to do it that way.
Okay. So the lodge is actually big open, kind of a great room type of area with just a whole bunch of rooms, bedrooms, things like
it's
that.
like the
sleeping.
movie you saw with Anthony Hopkins, with Alec Baldwin. It was called The Bear. And they flew in, and you see
Okay.
this beautiful lodge with you. So it's
Kind of the same,
thing,
yeah.
same-
I got to see
same-
that one. That sounds good.
Yeah, it's really something to see.
Yeah. Is that filmed in Canada?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
filmed in
is.
Canada.
Okay, yeah. So, good stuff. And yeah, the lodge trip sounds really neat. And so, when that lodge is not occupied by a private group or something, it's available for people just to go in and kind of sit and stuff, or is that not really what that's for? The lodge.
No, it's really for people that want to come up and have a good time.
Okay.
We're not going to, not that we're saying you can't do it,
Right.
but it's like the program, same thing with a cabin.
Mhm.
If people aren't there, you're not going to go in there.
Right,
You know,
exactly,
so
yeah.
the same thing.
Right. So it's okay. I
Yeah.
get it. You just got
And
to take your
also
shoes
here,
off.
being here today for you, help Musky Tales. I myself been coming up to Indiana for years. And like I say, I was a retired firefighter, and
Mm-hmm.
we always came up here fishing.
Mhm.
It's a nice place to come. Like I said, I met you years ago,
Mhm.
back, you know, but everybody here seems to be number one.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to come here to Musky Tales, represent,
Yeah.
it's a plus.
We always love having you, but you've been fishing these waters longer than you've been fishing Canada, then, huh?
Yeah.
Up in
I've been
Antioch
fishing,
here?
Yeah. Well, I was fortunate. One of the guys, he had a summer home here.
Okay.
And
From
we
the
all-
fire department?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the summer home, and we always came up, and the availability was there.
Yeah.
And we always caught fish here. I mean, and especially now, the way these muskies are taking off.
Mm-hmm.
And you got shad now here in your lake. For
Right.
us being in Canada, getting that shad, that's a plus.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime you got that grease, you know, the stuff that produces and makes the fat go on these fish.
Okay.
They get really big.
Uh-huh.
So, and I'm proud of you that you're taking this effect.
Thank you.
Bringing it around.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of good things going on, and with the fishing included, but the species that you used to fish, did you used to fish muskie back then up here on the chain, or did you fish walleye or bass? Do you remember what you used to fish?
Yeah, when we used to come up here, it was bass and walleye.
Okay.
But we knew that there was muskie in here, but
Yeah.
it wasn't really
Didn't have the pressure of muskie fishing?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then as time went on, years went on, and next thing you know, we start going out and catching fish, you know. And you're seeing more and more big fish.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't fished a lake here a couple of years now.
Yeah, you're
because I'm
spoiled.
always- I'm tired.
So,
You got it.
so as far as the Canada fishing, then, so what's your schedule? So you're retired from the fire department now. You go to Canada. Is it a month at a time, 3 months at a time? Do you come and go?
I usually get up there like the end of May,
Okay,
and I'll stay there for maybe 3 or 4 weeks,
okay,
and then I'll come back home, and then I'll go back at the end of July
okay,
and stay up to mid-September.
okay. So you're coming and
The
going a couple
opportunity-
times a year then.
Yeah, a couple of times,
Yeah.
2-3 times.
Okay. And then do you think you'll start doing some of these winter excursions and trips now that they're doing hunting and ice fishing
Oh,
stuff?
I'd love
or-
to. I'd love to. And the opportunity is always asked. Even though we had this 2 years now, this place, they always said, "Laura, why don't you come up for ice fishing?"
Right.
You know. And I think now the older I'm getting,
Yeah.
I've relaxed a little bit more.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would like to. I would like
Okay.
to really get up there.
Yeah, it sounds fun. Actually, I didn't realize you guys did those trips and stuff too for the
Yeah.
winter, so that's awesome.
Yeah, they plan all this stuff up and they plow the ice. I have no idea what they do,
Uh-huh.
but they make it very, very comfortable for anybody that comes up there.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
imagine so.
A
Yep.
lot of work involved,
Oh, yeah.
you know. And we do have our own shacks. We'll put you on a shanty,
Uh-huh.
put you out there for the day. You're not going to stay overnight. They usually bring you in for safety.
Okay.
They'll bring you back and you do whatever you got to do. And
Yeah.
if you want to go for crappies and stuff up there, then it'll take you to a different lake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they really got the thing going really nice.
So Temple Bay is on Eagle Lake,
Temple
but there's
Bay's
a
on Eagle
lot of surrounding little waters and lakes and tributaries and all that you can fish and,
Yeah,
and get to.
we also have people saying, like, if we come up there, can we fly out for a day or two?
Mm-hmm.
And we can say, yeah, because now we're mixing it with an air thing.
Okay.
So the plane will come and pick
So you
you
do
up for
flying
that day,
trips
take
too
you
now?
out, do your fishing, and you come back in, maybe a day or two, whatever you want to stay.
Okay.
Availabilities for that.
Oh.
You know, we have out lakes that people want to go for, like excursions. You get like the young kids who
Yeah.
want to get into the wild.
Uh-huh.
We make it possible for that. We set a trip up for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How many cabins or rooms are available?
We got 25 cabins.
25 cabins plus
yeah.
the lodge, huh?
Yeah, and we can accommodate up to 15 people at a time.
Okay.
It's just a couple of cabins.
Wow. How much staff is there? Because that does take a lot to make it go around.
Say we got a staff of maybe 22, 23
Okay.
to work with.
Wow.
Well, we have 17 guide boats. It's a 4-star.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep. And, and you get a lot of good food in too. When you go up there, you get fed well.
well, I always tell people you leave there within a week, you're going to come home about 6 pounds more.
Yeah.
I also want to mention that we have guides available. People that come up, we always have guides available.
Okay.
The guides are $400 a day.
Okay.
So just so
People know, yeah. So
People
400. Do the guides do half day trips or no up there?
yeah,
They do. Okay. So the full day trips
And,
400.
and the children that are under like 16 years old are 35% off.
Mm-hmm.
So we help you out with that also.
Okay. And I know that, Temple Bay in general works with a lot of the fishing faces in the fishing community and well-known, guides even. And you guys do, have a lot of the vendors and people up throughout the year. So you get,
Exactly,
you get a lot of
exactly.
attention and exposure just through the people that are coming
Yeah,
through
and
there.
I
so.
also enjoy that even though I work here, if I work for them up there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're seeing top guides coming in there.
Absolutely.
and people, it's really nice.
Yeah.
You associate, you have a cocktail in the evening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
And do you, let's talk about the fishing in general. You talked about some 31-inch walleye and stuff, and that's kind of almost a norm or not unusual.
yeah, if the average person comes up and they really get into it, and even being with a guide, somebody's going to get a 30, 31-inch
Yeah.
walleye.
Okay. What's the biggest walleye you recall seeing up there that was taken?
33 and a quarter.
Wow. Okay.
I've seen a lot of 32s.
Okay.
I myself, I've caught big walleyes, and
Mhm.
people that I've had would caught big walleyes.
Uh-huh.
And the biggest muskie I ever caught was like 52 and a half. And I've seen some monsters.
Yeah.
And last year we had 55. We had two 55 inches caught,
Okay.
and it's casting,
Uh-huh.
which I thought was great.
Yeah. What time of the year were those roughly? Do you remember?
Well, that's a good question. The reason is, I believe in when that water starts warming up and the weeds start coming up,
Mm-hmm.
them big guys start coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get in any time, even an opening season. I mean, you're catching a walleye, you're going to get a 53 inch. You see it. You see it all the time happen.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, I like the fall fishing
Mhm.
and the spring fishing.
Okay.
And the reason why is because when the ice goes out, the quality's there. You get a lot of big walleyes.
Okay.
You get a lot of big smallmouth.
Mm-hmm.
But then here's King Kong and the shallows already. So
Right.
Whereas when you come up in the fall, you got all your big guys that want to do the musky fishing.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that wind starts blowing out of the north, like in the middle of September, the temperature's starting to drop,
Mm-hmm.
and you get that little blood flowing in you. Because they're out there.
Okay. Yeah. And is a lot of the fishing you mentioned, the big muskie, we're caught casting. Is there trolling going on up there for
A lot of
muskie
people
too?
catch trolling
Yeah.
also.
Okay.
A lot of people like to cash. A lot
Sure.
of people
Yeah.
like to
Everyone's
troll.
got their own. Yeah.
But either way, you're getting fish.
Right. Exactly.
Catching
Yeah.
big fish. You can go right out in our page and get big fish.
You don't have to travel 10 miles.
Exactly. We got
down.
an 81-mile lake.
Yeah.
And of course, when the fall comes, we know where the big guys start moving into tributaries again, and we just start going out for them.
Mm-hmm.
And the ladies like that warm weather. Anytime you get up in mid-June,
Mm-hmm.
July, temperatures start going up.
Mhm.
And you get your hot spell. You might get 3 or 4 days of 90 degree. Not that often, but then everything's back down to normal. 80
Okay.
degrees, 75.
Okay. Is that as kind of as hot as you've seen it up there in the low 90s? Is kind of the
I've
on
been
the high
there,
side?
I've been there where it was 99.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have been.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been there where it's 99
Yeah.
and the water's flat.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get them days, but
Yeah,
then it's
sure.
like anything else.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Warm weather in the woods and on the water is a good day. So.
Right, right.
Yeah. Good stuff. And then with the guiding, do you guide yourself up there then, or is it,
No, I just they had me when I was a previous owner as a fishing pro, but I'm there to help you out.
Okay. So you.
Yeah, I'm just to
okay.
help you out. I'm just like you or anybody else.
Okay. Yeah.
The guides come first. You have to be a Canadian to guide to begin with.
Oh. Okay.
You know, that's the customs of
Okay.
Canada.
Oh, I didn't realize that. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. So.
So,
Not born and raised Canadian, you can't guide up there,
and
right?
that hurts me. That
Yeah.
hurts me because I love Canada.
Yeah.
I love it here too. I'm born and raised here. But
Mm-hmm.
nice country, Canada.
Yeah,
Nice country.
that is good stuff. And so you've been going there 18 years. How long has Temple Bay been in existence? Do you know?
44 years.
44 years. And
44 years.
how much acreage do they have?
At that time, it was, I think they had, I'm going to say 115 acres.
Okay.
But we got bought out 5 years ago from Werner Electric,
Okay.
and they were out of Appleton,
Mm-hmm.
and everything fell in its place.
Mm-hmm.
The minute they took over, they revamped the whole place, remodeled totally the whole camp. All new boat kingfishers. I mean, everything is quality.
Okay.
Everything is quality now. The average person goes out today. Where can you go on the lake and you save up for 7 days? And our program is we give you 2 dozen minnows free per day
Mm-hmm.
when you go out. So if you got 3 guys, you see how that adds up?
Right. Yeah.
Everything works out.
That's all part of the package. Just get your minnows and go
Exactly.
fishing.
Exactly.
Get out on the water. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then how long are the days on there? Are people fishing 8, 10-hour days
Well,
when they go out?
in the summer, you got up to 9:45 at night. It's still light a little bit.
Is that yeah?
So,
Yeah, I'd imagine you see some beautiful
like I said, when that
sunsets.
sun goes down, you got to get it.
You gotta be off the-
It's the law. Half
Mhm.
hour after sundown, half hour before sunrise.
Mm-hmm. Fishing in general, any favorite months or times of the day, light, dark? Do you have any?
Our area right there, I'm going to say, is anytime you come up from the time you go opening day
Mm-hmm.
till the time you leave, you're going to catch fish.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to catch fish.
Mhm.
People come up, they don't have a guide. Everybody goes out of their way.
Mm-hmm.
You follow us, we'll put you on the spot. You do
Mhm.
this. That's what the guides tell them. They come back and can you do this? I mean,
Mhm.
yeah,
Sure.
they'll work with the people.
Right. Yeah.
You're never alone. When you come to Temple Bay, you're never alone.
Sure. Yeah.
It's top shelf. Everybody's family there.
Mm-hmm. World class service, right?
Well, we try to do the best
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah. Yeah. And you see a lot of kids come through then,
Oh
families,
yeah, we get a
and
lot
you
of
get a
children.
lot of
Like I
that.
said, anything under 16 years old, we give that 35%.
Okay.
That's what we really look for. Because
Okay.
today age, everything is changing.
Mhm.
We want that young quality. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying we don't get them, but
Right, yeah.
we get them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I go out of my way. If I got something laying on a boat, here, this the top for a popper. Use this for a small. You go over here in the corner, just to see the smile on their face.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yeah.
same with the people.
Sure.
You're the same way with them. They want to catch fish, you put them on the fish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you probably see, especially since you do a lot of the fishing shows, around Wisconsin, Illinois, all that, and travel. You probably get to see a lot of last year's customers, and year after year, not only are you seeing them up at the lodge, but you're probably seeing them, here in town too, as
Yeah.
they pass through for the shows and stuff. So
Exactly, and they keep coming back.
yeah, and you see the kids each and every year getting bigger and
You get
bigger,
and bigger, and then,
yeah,
like I say, that's 16 years. I've seen a lot of things go through,
sure.
and everything's in good faith. Though everything is perfect, we
Mhm.
never have any problems.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, for you now with being here, we'd like to see you come up and
Mhm.
enjoy yourself.
Sure.
Come up, cameraman.
You don't have to twist my arm.
Well-
So I got my bags packed in the car. I'm ready.
And that's something I would say to you. I'll go out with you.
Sure. Yeah.
So
That would be a good time. So, yeah. And as far as your first trip this year, probably in that May,
Well, I
June.
have a surgery coming up.
Yep.
I didn't mean to bring this up, but I'm going to have my other knee done.
Yep. Better for fishing. Get your knees fixed, right?
Yeah, and that's the 24th. So
Yep.
hopefully the end of May, early June, I can get the
You'll be in
car,
fishing shape by then.
to get up there and enjoy it.
We'll even
relax a
have you
little
come
bit.
out and do some precasts out on the property
There
across the street to get ready.
Yeah,
So make sure your knees are working properly before you get to Canada.
Yep.
So,
I like the equipment you got here too. You got some nice bucktails. It's really taken off for you, Kurt. I
Mhm.
hope everything goes fine.
yeah, I appreciate that. We're on the right path. So,
Oh, yeah.
got a long way to go with
Yeah,
stuff. But
you got
as
your
you've
boats
seen,
back here, I see that.
yeah, we've got the pier slips behind us. We're trying to do different programs, work with different groups, bring in a lot of different things, and it's all on the right track. But like you've been going for 18 years, and you continue to see improvements. That's kind of what we're doing. Is just year by
And I
year.
appreciate seeing people do that
So,
like yourself.
mhm.
That's really great.
So, yeah, nope. And I've known Jeff now from Temple Bay for a while, and yeah, it's all good. So.
Yeah.
So, and as far as the trips going on right now, so year-round trips are happening. You got ice fishing going on now. When does ice typically come off up there? Is it May or June? Or May?
I've seen it where we went up almost in the first week of June.
Really?
We had
That was the
ice.
latest ice, yeah.
And that really puts the pressure on us.
Mhm. In
So-
what way?
Well, you want people to come up. You got ice.
Mhm.
Can you imagine?
Oh, so you're saying, yeah, people will still come
yeah.
up,
So
but yeah.
You sweat, so you go up. You say, okay, let's open it up for this week.
Okay.
Next year, so we don't
So
have
it's a
this
timing
problem.
thing,
And
yeah.
again, it's for the people.
Yeah,
It's not us.
right.
Make it for the people.
And you hear a lot of times that first ice, or off first ice is good fishing, but then the first week after ice goes away, a lot of people probably try and time it for that too. Is that correct? Or
Everybody's got their own time.
okay, their own favorites,
Everybody,
yeah,
yeah.
and they probably try and book it year after year.
Yeah.
So,
And you can't put something in somebody's head. I
well,
mean,
sure, yeah, and you don't know if ice is going to be there or not, like you said.
exactly. But they're there.
Yeah. Any guess, Larry, as to how thick the ice actually gets up there, being as it's cold as it is?
Oh, I'd say something like 4 feet.
Is it really?
Yeah.
4
You have to
feet.
use the extender.
Yeah.
Like I say, I'm not an ice guy. I'm just going by what I hear in my
Right,
guys.
exactly. Yeah, 4 feet of ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ice. Yep. They go out there and it's really, and like I say, I'm going to try that now. Now
Yeah.
that I'm getting a little older, I'm going to take the time out.
Right. Yeah.
Because I have the opportunity to stay there,
Correct. Well, that sounds safe at least.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
unlike 4 inches, like we get out here. So,
But their vehicles, I don't, well, like I say, I ain't really out there. Like you see people out here with their trucks and stuff like that.
yeah, not so much here. I don't think you got that.
Yeah.
Because even with the ice, the houses and the shanties and stuff, you don't see a ton of that. Timing has to be right with the ice thickness, of course.
Yeah.
But
And then we got our pros too up there
mm-hmm,
that we have for certain guys to take you out,
mm-hmm,
show you nice Lakers.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Do you hunt yourself or no?
I hunt now and then. I come home from the service. I didn't hunt for a while, but yeah, I want, like I say, I want to get involved up there
Mhm,
because they
yeah,
have partridge.
yeah.
And, geez, the guys I work with these guys. Laura, come on, we'll go for a
Right.
goose or a duck.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to jump on the
You'll do
bandwagon.
it.
I'm gonna get in there and
get
see
out
what's
there, do
going
some
on.
hunting, see what that's all about.
Yeah,
That
see
sounds
you
fun.
and anybody else coming up.
Yeah, that's right. And what were the birds? I know you mentioned them earlier, but what kind of birds are they hunting for up there? Do you know?
As far as ducks,
Yeah, is it ducks, geese, grouse? What, or is it pheasant? What do you guys have there?
no pheasant,
No
grouse,
pheasant?
grouse,
Okay.
the geese, the
Uh-huh.
duck.
Okay.
We used to do bear, but we only allowed that one license per year, and it wasn't worth it. So we don't do that now.
Okay.
But we could put you on as people that the guide you.
Local outfitters. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. And then, did you say partridge too, or no?
Partridge.
You
yeah.
do really?
Yeah, a lot
Okay.
of partridge.
Huh.
Yeah, a lot of partridge.
The wildlife's got to be awesome
Oh,
all
the
times
wildlife
of the
is
year, I'd
beautiful.
imagine.
Every once in a while, I'll see a wolf.
Hmm.
Beautiful animal.
Mm-hmm.
But over there, their wolves they're 185 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
As tall as you are, you can
Yeah.
pop one, and then it's going to be higher than you.
Right.
But when,
That's when you run.
well, you got a problem. When you run
You
into
got
a
a
wolf,
problem.
you got a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. Is there?
Bear, I don't. There's bear. There's quality. There's bear there. Every once in a while, you see a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Moose are kind of off and on.
Hmm.
Another big, beautiful animal.
Yeah. Is there elk up there or no?
They're bu-
Elk in that area, or is that not?
There's been hearing of elk.
There is. Okay.
Mountain lion even. You got
Really? Yeah, I would imagine
cougar,
that.
whatever you
Yeah,
call it.
cougars and the
Yeah.
cats. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting. I think you're getting cougar and cats of sorts around this area. So
Exactly.
I would imagine up there, there's all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
And how many Bigfoot sightings have there been up there?
Bigfoot.
So
We won't get into that one.
yeah, there you go. Those are after long nights at the lodge.
There you go.
They saw Bigfoot, right?
I could sleep at night though in summers, especially in the fall. I let the window be open and I can hear a wolf.
Really? Yeah.
It's a beautiful sound.
Mhm.
You know,
Mm.
wild country. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
We're 125 miles from International Falls. Those are people that want to drive up. We're 125 miles from International Falls.
2 hours roughly from there,
2.5
maybe a little bit
hours.
longer. Yeah.
We got
Okay.
that 502. You got to watch the speed on that.
Okay.
Because it's known for moose
Uh-huh.
and a lot of bear, wild game come out there. And
Okay.
but like I say, we're 125 miles, and once you get into camp, that's it. We take over.
Mhm.
Just sit back and relax.
Everything's very well scheduled and structured, and kind of like you say with the service, the goal at Temple Bay is to make sure that everybody's satisfied and has a great trip and experience.
We have our manager, which is Jeff Moreau, which you know,
Mm-hmm.
and Lynn McDonald is the owner. He's the young boss.
Mhm.
Can't find better people,
Mhm.
you know. But like you say, Jeff's my boss because
Mhm.
I worked with him. You know,
Right. Yeah.
I'm very loyal to him because he's very good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is with everybody else.
Absolutely. Yep. Good people.
Yeah.
Now, does Lynn stay up there a lot through the summer months? Or?
I don't know his personal. I know he.
Is there?
He
Yeah.
tries to spend as much time.
Yeah,
as he
so
can
he's up there,
because
yeah,
He's really
yeah.
involved with it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy that's building this thing up with all the new
Mhm.
boats and stuff. Sharp. These guys are sharp. You
Mhm.
know. And I sit back and keep. You know, I just.
Yeah.
I don't want to know nothing because it's great.
Yeah.
It's just a wonderful,
Very well run
wonderful time for me.
organization. Yeah.
Like the gates open up when I left the fire department.
Right. Yeah. Funny how that works, huh?
Yeah.
So, and the fire department days are behind you. So,
Still miss the guys.
Do you? Yeah.
Still miss the action. But,
Do you still keep in touch with some of the fire department crew, or?
oh yeah, they
Yeah.
come knocking on my door maybe 1, 2 in the morning, and a 6-pack of beers.
Yeah.
Still call me Captain.
Any
You know,
of them?
They let that go. you know.
Yeah. Right. Well, yeah, and you got that connection, and always will. Do you still have any of the department guys come up and spend time at Temple Bay still,
Yes,
like
we
you
do.
used to?
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
That's great.
Which is very nice.
Mhm.
You know. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a lot of trips from what we see, when people do these trips, they do them with the same people year after year. A lot of times the same time of year to the same place, and every year they try and add 1 or 2 or 3 more people. And these outings are a regular thing that they look forward to. And I would imagine something like this, that everyone's got to have it slated on their calendar as a
Yeah.
good time to get away.
and, all of a sudden, you might have 10 ladies come up. They got their own clubs,
Mm-hmm.
and you ought to see how these people fish.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. They want to go for them smallmouth, and
Yeah.
there's a few that go out for the muskies,
Mhm.
and some of them work as hard as they do as a guy. I mean, it's nice
Sure.
to see. You know,
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
got all walks of life of people coming up there.
I'm sure. Yep. And I know Jay from Take a Vet goes up there as well. And,
Jake Kostecki, a lot of these people are watching Operation Freedom.
Mhm.
He's did a remarkable job. We sponsor, we back them. And when he comes up there in the fall, it's wonderful. You get all the veterans. We're all veterans.
Mhm.
And it's nice. Everybody has a good time. He's come up in 7 days.
Mhm.
And we have our little derbies. We have a little contest. We give prizes out every day.
Mhm.
And Jay comes with a quality of stuff to St. Croix. We have
Mm.
the guy from St. Croix is Rich Belandro.
Okay.
He comes up, like I say, quality people,
Mhm.
like we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And just to sit and see all these people there and see what's going on,
Mhm.
you're proud to be a part of it, you know.
Mhm. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And if I remember that you guys kind of sponsor a trip for Take a Vet, don't you have a
Yeah,
trip
we-
that gets given away to one of the vets usually every year or something?
Yeah,
like
we usually do 3 to 4.
Okay.
Just to help the vets.
Okay.
And I myself, if I'm here,
That's awesome.
I usually come and I'll give the trip out.
Mhm.
We'll take a picture and we'll get the name so that when the gentleman comes up.
Mhm.
But it's everything's great.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, I'm glad I'm here today, being part of you too.
Sure. Oh, we're glad you're here. So
Yeah.
good stuff. And with the people that are going up there fishing, what's the most targeted fish? Is it walleye when people go out? Is that what a lot of people fish walleye?
A lot of people fish walleye.
Okay.
Okay. You got that certain amount that go for smallmouth.
Sure. And then you always got your musky
You
nuts.
got your bigger amount that go
Yep.
for musky.
Mm-hmm.
So isn't that's a great combination?
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
the fact that it's that way.
What about perch fishing? Any perch or
Perch,
little guys?
perch
little
are tremendous
panfish?
up there,
Really? Yeah.
and you're allowed to bring 50.
50.
Let's say the three guys came up,
Yeah.
50 apiece.
Yeah.
Come back, but you got monsters because
Big
nobody
perch.
fishes for perch.
Oh,
up there.
really? Yeah. Except the musky,
Glad you
they
brought that up. I
they
forgot.
probably feed on that stuff.
Well,
So-
yeah. But yeah, we do have a lot of perch up there,
Huh.
and you'd be surprised now that people come up. You know, they'll come up for a week. They want that 3 days for them perch fishing too,
Mm-hmm.
so they can bring the quantity back. You know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's
And we package everything for everybody. We dry ice them, so everything's a program when they leave. You got your name, everything's on there perfectly.
Is there added cost for people to take fish home or anything like that?
that's-
No,
we do
it's all
that.
part
It's
of
all
it.
involved.
Okay, so the
Our
packaging.
our freezers are open. Anybody that's up there, you want to go see on your name on the board, you know exactly how much fish you got. So there's no, and you're welcome to walk. It's not like off limits. I mean,
Right.
that's what we're there.
Yeah.
And we feel comfortable when people ask questions like that. They go in there.
Right.
There's no if and up, you know.
So when you go up in May or June, I can place my perch order, right? And you can bring me some perch back.
Bring you back.
I'll have you out there fishing perch for me. So,
I've heard someone come back with fish.
yeah.
But
You get to eat it all the time
Yeah.
up there. So
yeah, that's nice.
yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. And then the hunting stuff sounds great. The ice fishing. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. So, and many more, trips to be booked this year and things to go. And you'll be up there a couple times. And
Exactly.
yeah. Now with the seminar stuff, we're getting to the tail end of all that. So you go up for a couple months through the year or through the course of the season. You may end up going up for ice stuff again, but yeah, just kind of year after year, you're just trying to book more and more trips, and you probably have a lot of the same people that are going up there. So
Yeah, that's one good thing about us. Usually, you come up there for the first or second time, you're booked.
right.
You're stuck on it. You know?
Well, yeah.
And that's what we like to hear from
Mm-hmm.
people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, when they come up, it's also a good thing to remember with the people if they do come up. When you leave and you decide you want to come back, tell that person at that end of the week, so the availability is there.
Right. Yeah, and I'm
So
sure
now
you get
you're
a
on
lot
book,
of
you're
that
on
too.
paper, so that when we start doing the shows, we know what's available and what's not.
Right. Oh, sure. Yeah, and I'm sure that just a lot of people just through the experience will end up booking trips right while they're on the spot for the next time. So.
Exactly.
Yep. Any favorite stories or any kind of crazy things on the water that you've seen, or fish stories or tales of any
Well, you
kind?
always
or-
hear fish stories, which
Yeah.
are nice to hear. I'm the kind of guy I like to be there when it happens. But
Sure. Yeah.
it's something to talk about, but you don't have to do that because if you're there, all you have to do is just sit back and somebody's going to start talking about something.
And you hear it. Yeah.
Our main goal is to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So if they start, that's telling us they're having a good time.
Right. Yeah. Yep. And long days, hard fishing. So the 7-day trips. Now you talked about that as far as kind of going from Chicago. You got a day kind of driving up there, a day coming back. Is that 7 days that you're there, or is that 7 days from
Okay.
when you leave on the bus
It's
to
like-
7 days when
It's
you
a
get home?
7-day, 6-day fishing.
6 days of fishing. Okay.
So,
So a little bit of
like
travel.
I say, when you get there, you're not losing none because you're on the water
You're
by
getting
30.
right.
So
Exactly.
you're making up for that. But yeah, you could say it the way we just said it.
Right, yeah. So yeah, and that's all included just so people know what they're kind of planning for, because
Right.
that's the biggest part of it is, especially if you're getting the bus ride up there, you're not going to be exhausted from driving the 12 hours yourself. So very good. And as far as people being able to reach out to get trips booked, what do you suggest people do? Should they go online? Should they make the phone calls and ask questions?
Online
or-
is a very good thing. We got
Okay.
1-800 numbers,
What's the 800 number? Do you know?
369-3474.
Okay.
And that's open up any given time.
Okay.
and somebody be contact with you. If they can't, they'll tell you, get back to you. 'Cause
Okay.
they got the number.
Sure. Yep.
So,
And then go online, book stuff online, and you can kind of do all the accommodations and all that stuff
exactly,
that way. So.
exactly. And we like the people to come up with the equipment. Don't go overboard.
Right. Yeah. Let's talk about that. What should people prepare and plan for?
Say you got 3-4 guys coming up, 2
Mhm.
rods apiece. Extra, always bring an extra spare.
Okay.
And if the fact is, they'll say, a lot of people, what can we do when we get up there? You got something? Yeah, we got stuff to rent out to you.
Mm-hmm.
We have our own tackle shop like you have here.
Okay.
I mean, not as big as yours, but
Mhm.
I mean, we have a tackle shop.
Okay.
And again, we're there for the people.
Right.
But
Exactly.
you can rent a musky rod,
Mm.
walleye rod,
Nice.
smallmouth rod,
Okay.
bait casters.
Huh.
And then ourselves, a lot of times we'll just, you use this,
Right.
So,
That's a different program. I don't think I've ever heard of a resort being able to rent
yeah, we
rent
do.
the
We have all
equipment.
that on offer right
Wow.
there at that given
And
time.
probably with the ice fishing stuff too. Probably rent certain gear and things
Exactly.
like
You
that.
got that stuff. Exactly.
Wow. So you
Whatever.
can come up with you
Yep.
can come up with a pair of socks if
Well,
you need.
that's what I'm saying about
So-
that bay. That's the way they are.
Yeah.
They got this down to a T,
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So, the only thing is, like, if you come up, you got to pay insurance on your boat.
Okay.
And when you do that, it's $200. It's $200 for the week.
Okay.
You put insurance now.
Sure.
Because a lot of people, they hit, boom, take out a lower unit, pop.
Okay.
Cover. Everybody's happy that way.
That's interesting. So, and you do hear a lot of that in the Canadian waters, of course. So with that insurance thing, because I am not familiar with that either. So people pay $200 to Temple Bay for the insurance.
Well, you're paying. That's what our insurance calls for.
Right.
Just that too.
But if they have an incident, they don't file it through their own insurance
No,
company. They
they're
file
covered.
it through the insurance program that's there.
It's covered, right?
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, and I'm sure. Yeah, I didn't realize that
Yeah.
was even an option. So.
We do have every once in a while somebody get a hook in their hand.
Mhm.
Jeff's a pro. He's like a doctor with that. I watch him. I just turn my head because it's so quick when he's got that string.
Can I start calling him Dr. Jeff?
You can call him Dr.
All right,
Jeff.
nice.
Yeah,
All right.
Dr. Jeff.
Dr. Jeff.
But
I got a
everything's
hook in
there.
my hand.
Everything's available.
Right. Yeah.
We have vehicles that go to town.
Yeah.
You got to go to the doctor. You go to town.
Yeah.
One thing you got to remember though, your insurance. When you get up there in Canada, it's a little different.
Health insurance.
The Medicare and that ain't going to cover. You're going to come up with the cash.
Right.
Okay, just so you know that.
Right. Yeah. No, that's in. I've known people that have had big
Things
trips.
happen.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And just out of curiosity, how close is the closest town? I
20
guess?
miles. Tried.
No, that ain't bad then.
That's
Okay.
20 miles of a million.
Right.
Both ways.
Okay.
Tride's a little bigger. Tride's
Okay.
where we got the paper mill. It's nice for if you drive up, you want to go to town.
Mhm.
We got golf, and if people are golfers.
Oh, really? You got that type of?
We got 2 great golf courses, which are like 15 miles away.
Okay.
It's always something that's available.
Right.
And if you tell us, then we'll tell you it's there.
Mm-hmm. A lot of wide open water. Any idea? And I don't even know how big of a. You said 20. How many miles is Eagle?
Our lake is 81 miles.
81 miles.
We
Holy
have over
smokes.
400 islands.
Wow.
And what's good about us, we're centrally located.
Okay.
So for people that go out, the most you travel maybe 4 or 5 miles.
Okay.
You're surrounded, you got islands, you got winds, you can hide,
All right.
And then the people don't want to ask questions, like I say, the people don't take a guide. They'll take that initial 15, 20 minutes, give you a little map, they'll mark for you.
Mm-hmm.
You go out, you do it on your own. Very seldom does somebody get lost.
Right.
Now the people that go way far away, well then they're looking for a problem.
Right.
But again, we want you to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us where you're going so we know.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
And is Temple Bay on an island or no?
Temple Bay is no, it's not on an island.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in a high peninsula. It's up high.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Winds are constantly blowing. Very seldom will you have a problem with mosquitoes unless it's really warm.
Okay.
A lot of people ask us,
Oh, sure,
how many
yeah.
people you got in camp? A lot of people don't like a lot of people,
Right. Yeah.
but you tell them the truth.
Right. Tell them to go up in the winter and get an igloo. So they want their privacy, right?
Right.
So we're here to fish and have fun. so.
Exactly.
Yeah, even though it's probably a good place to hide from the world going up there.
Yeah.
Cell phone service, what about that? Is there good
Well,
cell
yes,
service on site?
Cell phone is available.
Okay.
Certain areas you got to walk to. Sometimes you can't pick it up. You get a lot of it on the water when you got your phone.
Okay.
We
You
got
do?
Wi-Fi. We got Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Those are people that come up with the Wi-Fi.
Right. Yeah.
Like I say, everything's there for you.
Right. Yeah.
We have a great bar, great food.
Okay.
A lot of people, for instance, get back to fishing. Some people like to really hit it out long.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say, well, how do you expect, what do we give you to help you with that?
Mm-hmm.
They say, well, how about if we skip supper and we come in maybe 9:30 at night?
Mhm.
Fine.
Mhm.
Supper will be available.
Mm-hmm.
So these people come in, but the average people is eating 5:30.
Right.
They come in, there's their food for them.
Mm. Yeah.
Everything's there.
That is nice. Yeah.
In the evening, we have a great bar. We got great menu afterwards, chickens, pizzas. We have all the natives.
Oh, you even got that available.
Oh, it's
So the
available,
after
yeah.
hours, after dinner's done, people can buy food on their own at the
Exactly,
bar. And,
exactly.
wow, that is nice.
Uh,
Now, is that something new in the last 5 years, or has that been around?
Well, it's really started up with Jeff's ideas, with Mary Ann,
Mhm.
with Lisa. They help make the program better.
Sure. Yeah, just always talking to
So
customers.
when I
as to
go
what
there,
they
I'm
want.
saying, holy no, the people coming in,
Right.
park,
Yeah.
because this food's good,
Mm-hmm.
the service is good,
Mhm.
quality's there. And we're the only licensed bar on the whole lake.
So do you get people from outside of Temple Bay guests coming in even
We have the
too?
natives, the people that come in.
You do?
What I
Oh,
mean by
that's
native,
awesome.
I'm not saying an Indian, which is nothing
Just
wrong
the
with
local?
Indian. It's the local,
Yeah.
but they call that like a native.
Okay.
They come in, and it's nice because everybody knows they're sold for Vermilion, this is
Mhm.
here, so and so. And you see this. And for me to see all this,
Right.
it's great.
Right. Yeah. That is
And
awesome.
it gets better all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the food quality is great.
Yeah. And if somebody wants to sleep in, they could sleep in if they need to. They don't have to be there for breakfast or early morning fishing.
Exactly.
So, and I'm sure there's a few where after hanging out late night, they might not want to get up in the morning. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
But there you can come in then later say, yeah, I'll make something for you.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Huh?
Yep. So you obviously you have gas for the boats and all that. You've got the minnows, all that. Other things that I'm not thinking of that you guys, in terms of amenities or
I think
things
we
that are
covered
offered.
I think we've covered everything pretty
Yeah.
good
Okay.
as far as that's concerned.
Okay. And I wanna actually troll all 400 islands, so I'm gonna need longer than a 7-day trip, right? So
You might have to take 3 months.
3 months, all right. I'm
Well,
gonna
I think
start
there's
checking my
like
calendar.
460 some islands.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go from camp, let's say the average person, you go from camp maybe 5 miles.
Mhm.
If you're not watching where you're going, you're with somebody and you shut the thing off.
Sure.
All right, let's move. Let's go back home. You look around. Wow,
Mhm. Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So it probably should have a lake map, navionics, a compass, all kinds of backup.
And we have that in all our new boats.
Okay.
All the new stuff, the technique. You got the iPod, you got the anchor system where you go on a spot 25 feet of water, you're marking fish.
Oh,
You hit the anchor on the pin,
okay.
and that boat will stay there. I don't care if it's 30-mile-an-hour winds, that boat will stay right there in that spot. For you.
Okay. So
You know,
good
live wells.
technology.
We got everything is included in your boat when you get it.
Are they talk about the boats? I guess. What kind of boats do you guys have, or
We
is
have
it
Kingfisher boats.
okay?
We have all our boats that the guides are. There's 20-footers.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a couple of 19s. The average boat is 18 feet. We do have upgrade. Upgrade boat means you're going to have the console,
Okay.
and we also have the tiller if you want.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got the upgrade because you got that trolling motor, that iPod, that new one,
Mm-hmm.
and that's $50 a day more if you want an upgrade boat. When you tell us at the time you call or at the show,
Mm-hmm.
we mark that down.
Okay.
So now here's your upgrade boat when you got it.
Nice. Yeah. Very good. What's the smallest size boat you have?
The smallest we got is just regular 18.
It's an 18.
Put a 40
Okay.
on it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have pontoons or anything? Or?
We do have a pontoon for the people that come up, especially for the ladies now.
Okay.
We'll have a tour guide who can go out at night, go through the bays, and show them the spots. You can go on in a pontoon boat with a group and fish,
Okay.
and it's like $600 for the guide.
Oh, okay. So something else then.
Yeah, it's something different,
Right.
but it's there.
Yeah.
We do have the kayak. We got 3 or 4 or 5 kayaks there.
Okay.
Anything it's possible to think
Right.
of, we got it.
Yeah. What about like the water? Not that people go up for that, but do you guys even have like the water toys and stuff? You know.
Skiing.
Yeah, that type of stuff. And
I don't.
I don't think people are going up there for that, but I just didn't know if that
Yeah,
even goes on up
yeah.
there.
This is more like of a fishing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've never seen a water ski.
I would say,
Other
that,
than people
especially
that
with the
live up
rocks and
there.
all that stuff.
The
Yeah.
people that live up there, sure they'll go in the bay. They got
You do see that though? People are
in the
out there.
bay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, every once in a while
okay,
you see
yeah.
somebody skiing.
That's funny.
So
So good stuff. And then you see the fin come up behind them.
there you
Giant
go.
muskie.
Dum, dum, dum,
That is
dum.
another fishing story, right? So very good. Well, yeah, look forward to getting up there myself. But I know a lot of people that come through here at Musky Tails and Time to Bite have been going up there for years, and everybody has had a great experience and talked highly about just everything, from the
that's
programs, the fishing, the management, the amenities, everything about it is all good feedback. So that's
That's what we like to hear.
kudos to you and the crew and everybody that's doing the right things
Thank
up
you,
there.
thank
But yeah, we'll do whatever we can here at Musky Tails to help promote it. I'd love to see more of our own customers, coming through and
Right.
asking about it. We'd be happy to help people get connected with getting reservations up there and trying to promote it as best we can here. So and knowing the ice fishing stuff too, we have a lot of people
Yeah.
that come through here for ice fishing.
Yeah.
So especially with the North American Ice Fishing Circuit that sponsored today's program. We just held an ice fishing event for them, in the last week or two, and there's a lot of people that ice fish all over the place. And obviously,
that's
the
great.
further north you go, the more ice there seems to be. So,
Yeah, that's great.
but lots of good stuff. So, well, very good, Larry. I appreciate your time here today. And again, TempleBayLodge.com or TempleBay.com?
TempleBay.com.
TempleBay.com. So make sure you got that right. TempleBay.com.
1-800
1-800, one more time.
369
369
3474.
3474. Write that down.
Down.
So, yep. So, and make sure you remember to like, share, and subscribe our show today. And we'll see you in another episode of Musky Tails Podcast. Later, fishes.